Air-cured burley tobacco is prepared for market each fall and winter by removing the cured leaves from the stock. These leaves are then sorted into groups having similar characteristics and packaged by one of three methods now approved for marketing. The market value is highly dependent on the natural characteristics of the leaves, the degree of sorting, and the official grade that's given each lot of packaged leaves. The official grade is provided by employees of the USDA's Agricultural Marketing Service. It establishes a support price for the tobacco during the auction marketing process. If a qualified tobacco buyer does not bid higher than the support price and thereby purchase the lot of tobacco, the tobacco is transferred or sold to the Burley Growers Cooperative Association. This is often referred to as the pool, where it's processed, stored, and later sold to interested tobacco buyers. For tobacco going to the pool, the farmer is paid the support price less a 1 cent per pound handling charge. Understanding the official tobacco grade standards and stripping tobacco in accordance with these standards is an important step towards top market value. Let's review some key parts of the grade standards. First, there are three leaf characteristics that are judged for each grade of burley, and they include group, quality, and color. The various combinations of these characteristics result in 107 different grades. These grades affected the support price in 1984 by as much as 69 cents per pound. The first characteristic is called group. This refers to a division of the leaves based on certain characteristics which are related to stock position or the general quality of the tobacco. The groups include flines, lugs, leaf, tips, mixed, nondescript, and scrap. The flines group consists of leaves normally grown at the bottom of the stalk. These leaves are flat, open-faced, and have a blunt tip. They're usually thin to tissuey leaves, which show the highest degree of maturity and considerable injury characteristics of leaves grown close to the ground. The lugs group consists of leaves normally grown at the mid-portion of the stalk. These leaves have a tendency to roll, concealing the stem and midrib. Lugs are usually thin to medium in body and have a rounded tip. They usually show little or no ground injury. The leaf group consists of leaves normally grown above the midpoint of the stalk. These leaves have a tendency to fold, concealing the face of the leaf and exposing the stem or midrib. These leaves have a pointed tip and generally are medium to heavy in body. The tip group consists of leaves usually grown at the top of the stalk. These leaves are relatively narrow and sharp-pointed. They have less maturity than the other leaves. The mixed group consists of tobacco of distinctly different groups, which are mixed together in various combinations. Usually, leaves of 3 or more groups mixed together constitute the mixed grade. This mixing can cause real problems at sale time, as described by USDA Tobacco Inspector Albert Wigglesworth.
It's very easy to mix strip tobacco. My pap, he always liked to pull that first grade, and he always liked to just start on there and really go up that stalk. And he'd say, well, gosh, that's all good tobacco, so I'm going to put it in that first grade, and I'm just going to keep on till I get up there to that. Better quit now, and I'll just quit. So he put half, 2/3 of the stalk in the first grade. Ladies and gentlemen, when you hit X, C, and B tobacco in the same grade, in the same hand, in the same bale, we as graders has no choice but to put a mixed group on it. And mixed group is about 35 cents cheaper than your regular group strip tobacco, and it brings about 20 cents less than your regular strip groups of tobacco. So this group is put on the stalk by us farmers, and if it could be thrown away, it would just tickle me to death as a grader. But we've got to learn to get away from this mixed stripping, putting these heavy leaves in this first grade. Those leaves will not work. The companies don't like them, and there's just no way that you can get away from a mixed group. And I tell you, people, you can strip out tobacco for 20 cents, you can strip out tobacco for 10 cents, make that other grade. It isn't going to hurt your top grade. What is going to hurt your bottom grade? And so, by all means, stay away from that mixed strip tobacco. Anytime you're in doubt about a leaf of tobacco, leave it on the stalk. Let it go to the next man. If you think that you're pulling it too hard, just leave that stalk on there and let it go to the next man.
Wigglesworth looked at some other common curing and stripping problems that will cost you money at sale time.
This tobacco here, I've already took the bottom part of the stalk off, so the only thing I've left on here is the pink tobacco. And pink tobacco is a type of tobacco that is very thin in color. It's tobacco that the companies will pay a fair price for, but your weight of the leaf is very, very small. And it's something that we can't help because the tobacco's already cured up and it's already ready to be stripped off. But if I had very much of this tobacco, I'd keep this tobacco out of your regular true color tobacco, because this tobacco, this pink tobacco has a different grade on it, and the grade on it is about 12 cents lower than your true tan tobacco. So if you have any of that kind, you'll just have spots of it in maybe one plot of land, the only place you'll have it. If you do, kind of throw that kind out. Another problem that I've seen this year in my rounds is tobacco that has been sunburnt and green. And gentlemen, please keep this tobacco out, throw it out, lay it out, put it in a different place, but do not put this kind of tobacco in with your good, solid, tan colored tobacco. When you put those two things together, you're going to come out with a green grade, and your green grade is about 25 cents less per pound, and the price of it will bring about 20 cents less per pound. So leave this kind of tobacco, lay it out. If you have excess tobacco, don't take it to market. If you do have to take it to market, have it all alike, because it doesn't make any difference whether 50% of it or 100% of it is green. If it's green, it's green. So lay that, keep that stuff separated. Keep your good tobacco and your green tobacco separated by all means. Another problem that we have in this year, and I've seen in my rounds, is a lot of farmers is getting in a hurry on stripping tobacco. And gentlemen, that's the worst thing you could do. When you put this tobacco here in a hand or in a bale, that fat stem is so much moisture in it that you're going to have nothing but problems. When it comes to market, it's going to be hot, it's going to be damaged, and when the U.S. grader comes along and puts a grade on it with a U behind it, your support is gone. You don't have no support, and it'll be sold for whatever a company wants to pay for it. So if you got a fat stem in your tobacco any place, go fishing for a week or something. Don't go out and start stripping tobacco, because you're going to get in trouble.
The nondescript group covers low-quality tobacco which does not meet the minimum specifications of the lowest grade of any other group. Scrap is a residue or byproduct which accumulates from handling the tobacco. The second grade characteristic, quality, provides a scale for judging the relative degree of one or more elements of quality in tobacco. The quality factors and ratings include choice, fine, good, fair, and low. The elements of quality include several features such as body, maturity, leaf solidity, surface, finish, length, uniformity, and injury tolerance. The third grade characteristic, color, describes the relative hues, saturation or chroma, and color values common to the type. Color is very important in determining the eventual use of the leaf, as described by AMS Regional Director Lawrence Newman.
Well, we think color is important for a variety of reasons. We think color tells us a lot of things about a piece of tobacco. For example, the leaves that grow on the bottom of the stalk are generally the light-colored leaves, and as you move up the stalk, the leaves get a little bit darker as you go up from bottom to top. And generally speaking, those light-colored leaves are strictly cigarette tobacco, but as the color gets darker, the leaves get thicker, and it changes from cigarette tobacco to pipe tobacco or chewing tobacco. So we know those dark red leaves off the top of the stalk are strictly chewing tobacco, and that tells us what the usage is going to be. We know it's too heavy or too strong for cigarette tobacco, and therefore it's strictly chewing tobacco. Like the same token, those thin leaves that I was talking about are always light color. The thinner the body, the lighter the color, generally speaking, and that indicates that the tobacco will probably be used for cigarettes instead of the pipe tobacco or chewing tobacco from the top half of the stalk.
The various color categories and symbols include the following. There can also be several combinations of these colors. These three grade characteristics of group, quality, and color are judged by the AMS grader, and they result in one of the 107 grades being placed on the sample of tobacco. Each grade mark is composed of a combination of symbols. These are a few examples. The highest value tobacco is represented by the X, C, and B groups, the 1 and 2 quality ratings, and the light colors L and F. These grades receive the highest prices. However, most tobacco in an average year falls in the 2 to 4 quality rating with colors FR and FR. Drought-damaged, poorly cured, or mishandled tobacco can fall into the lower grades and lower support prices. All producers would prefer their tobacco be bought at auction by a buyer. It means a higher profit and no future problems. Thus, all producers should desire and strive to produce, prepare, and market their tobacco in the best possible manner.